I have just chosen to roll with unstyled hair today, so please no judgment. I'm judging enough for everyone. So, hey friends, it's me, Amy Rebecca, your internet bestie for all things personal development, intentional living and dream chasing, and former overconsumer who now advocates for conscious consumerism and begs that we stop and ask the question, why? Why am I buying this? Why is this person trying to convince me to buy this? Why are we glorifying hyperconsumption and excess? And in today's case, why are people treating their homes like supermarkets? Today we are talking about the bizarre and, dare I say, insidious world of restocking videos. If you're not familiar with restocking content, first off, I'm jealous because clearly you have not journeyed down the rabbit holes that I have. But it's a specific niche of content where people will go out and buy often excessive amounts of products to restock or fill up certain spaces in their home. We got bathroom restocks, we got pantry restocks, we got fridge restocks, we got car glove box restocks, we got ice drawer restocks. I am so serious, that exists. I did touch on restock videos briefly in my first overconsumption critique video that I did, that I will link down below, but really it warrants its own video. I have so much more to say about it. So today, let's take a look at some examples of restocking videos that I found on TikTok and ask, why? So first off, I have some guest bathroom restocking videos. So it's important that you bear in mind that these people are not purchasing personal products for themselves. They are restocking their guest bathrooms in case they have visitors. Good lord. Now if we take this purely at face value, it's bonkers. Like, how many overnight guests do you have that you need an entire drawer full of products? Also, who goes to stay at someone else's home and brings nothing with them? No basic hygiene products at all. And I do think it's a nice idea to have a few spare bits and pieces in your guest bathroom in case your guests forget something, like a toothbrush, because there's nothing more frustrating than getting somewhere and realizing that you forgot your toothbrush. But probably not like 12 toothbrushes, mouthwash, cleanser, razors. I mean, I bring my own razors when I go places. And the skincare that's in there. I mean, who is overhauling their entire skincare routine when they go and stay with a friend? My face would quite simply fall off if all of a sudden I started using a brand new range of skincare products that I've never tried before. Maybe that's just me because I have sensitive skin, but can you imagine trying all these products and then waking up the next day and having like a hideous reaction? No, most of us when we travel, we take our own cleansers, we take our own moisturizers, we take our own eye creams because we know that we like them and they work for us. So watching this, it's like, girl, what is this for? Like, why are you doing this? And the answer is, she is selling you stuff. I'm not going to show any usernames in this video because, as always, this is not a criticism or a critique of these individuals. This is a systemic issue and we're just talking about, you know, the problem at large. But when you click the link in this creator's profile, the first things you are met with are her Amazon storefront and her LTK. And those are both affiliate platforms. So restocking influencers will make this content showcasing all of these products, give you the illusion that this is normal, this is how you should be living your life, these are the products that you should be buying in this extreme quantity, and then get you to click on their links so that they can make money when you buy those same products. And I say this all the time, I do not think that affiliate marketing is inherently bad, but there are definitely more or less ethical ways to go about it, and in my opinion, this is not it. Because this, what we are viewing, these restocking videos, they're not real. Filling up an entire drawer of products for guests guests who, let's be honest, may or may not exist. That is not real life. You cannot convince me that these people have such a rotating door of house guests, all of whom arrive with nothing but the clothes on their back, that they're having to restock their guest bathrooms to this extent every couple of months. Because when you look at these influencers, these restocking influencers, they are pumping out this content and restocking over and over again. That's not real life. Therefore, it is a fabrication created to sell you stuff that you don't need, so that you can feel like you're living a life that doesn't actually exist, so that they can make money. Okay, end rant. Next video.
Yo, what up? Let's restock my guest bathroom. First, skincare. Next, the shower bar. This is my favorite part. First, lotion. Saltaire has mini body wash now. It's so cute. Shaving section. I love this. I want to use it all for myself. Now I'm going to fill the drawers that go under the sink. First, makeup. You guys know this is my favorite lip oil. I'm prepared in case you guys fill it out again. I have 10. Hair. Oral care. Perfume in case they forgot. Also made a guys section. I have these bags in case they want to take anything with them. This is what I keep on top of the counter. Pillow mist, lotion, glitter, and of course my lemon jar. I love lemon, so I had to share. And that's basically it. This is my favorite part. All the skincare, like I want to pick from it. And the shower bar. And yeah, I think my guests have everything.
That gave me whiplash. That was so fast. Here's the thing, not just about this specific video, but a lot of the restocking content that I've been seeing. These products are not cheap. This is not just putting an extra bar of Dove soap in the shower in case your guest forgets to bring one. These are high-end expensive products in large quantities. And that's before we even take into account all of the storage containers that they're buying. And again, I think a really important thing that we need to remember when viewing this content is that it's not real life. A lot of times when we see influencers doing these kinds of videos, whether it's like a bathroom restock or a makeup organize with me or a makeup declutter, and you see the sheer excess of products that they have, it's not necessarily that they went out and bought all of those, right? We've talked about this before. A lot of times, influencers and content creators get gifted products for free. They have not paid for those products. And let's say that in this case, for a restocking video, you would like to think that they did actually go out and buy that stuff, because the underlying insinuation is that they did, right? It's different from a makeup declutter, which is kind of like, here's what I have. A restock implies that they've gone out and purchased these products. So let's just give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they did go out and buy all that stuff. Is a tax write-off. If making content is a source of income, which for these big restocking influencers it definitely is, then when they're going out and buying these products to advertise to you in order to make the money through the commissionable links, they can write all of that off in their taxes. I'm about to buy a new camera and write it off because mine has been doing some dodgy things recently. But I really want to stress, and I hope I'm not like over-laboring the point, that all of this is just a facade. A lot of times when you read the comments on these kinds of videos, people view them as aspirational, right? Like, I wish I had that much money, must be nice to be rich, I wish I had all of this stuff in my life. And like, I totally get it, because watching these videos, even I can't help but feel like, wow, yeah, I do wish that I was able to go out and buy a bunch of high-end products to just give away to all my friends. Wouldn't that be nice? But this is not what that is. This is a business. In these types of videos, maybe the influencers got the products for free, maybe they did pay for them, but they're gonna write them off of their taxes. But either way, they're gonna be making back so much money than what their outlay was anyway, because this is a business, because they know that when they show these different containers, when they show these different products, when they show how aesthetic it all looks, people view that as aspirational. People are gonna ask, where did you get that from? Where can I buy that? And then they'll be directed to the links where they will make a commission. You as a consumer, if you emulate this shopping behavior that you see, will always be worse off financially than the people who are selling this lifestyle to you. Do you see what I mean? Like, it's not the same. It's not the same. You going out and buying all this stuff versus them going out and buying all this stuff, you're not on an equal playing field. This life that they are trying to sell you, it doesn't exist. Okay, last one for bathroom restocks.
Refreshing the guest bath after my friends left.
Okay, so what she's done here is that all of the products that her friend used while she was there, she's taken them and put them in a separate little box and put her friend's name on there. So presumably when her friend comes back next time, she can say, here are all of your half-used products from last time. And I guess that is better than just throwing everything away, but it also speaks to why it makes sense for people to just bring their own stuff. Is she gonna store half-used products for every friend who ever comes to visit in the hope that maybe they will come back someday and finish off that half-used bottle of Listerine? You know, like, who has the space for this? Clearly she does. That must be nice. I have like no space. Very cramped here. Okay, I need to go back to the throwing away of the loofah and the toothbrushes, because if you just brought your own loofah and toothbrushes, we wouldn't have this. I can't envision a world in which I would, number one, travel without my toothbrush unless it was an accident. Number two, turning up somewhere, someone says, I've got a spare toothbrush for you, using it for like, how long are you reasonably going to stay somewhere? A week at most, and then being like, throw it away. It's not even bamboo. It's plastic toothbrush. This is so wasteful. It's so bad for the environment. It's such a waste of money. It's a waste of resources. It's just like this throwaway culture of like, I'll use this toothbrush maybe just one night. We don't know how long this person was there, and then throw it away. Rather than just bring my own toothbrush and loofah, and then every person who comes to visit her, she's just throwing these toothbrushes away. I know I'm very upset about it, but like, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for how I feel. Okay, so now she seems to be restocking what her friend used. 5 razors. There's no way. I'm sorry, the implication of this is that she's restocking all of the stuff that her friend, I mean, it did say friends, but then for the half-used container box, it was just one name. So maybe it was a friend and like her friend's partner, I don't know. So let's assume 2 people. I can't imagine how long those people were at her home that they went through 5 razors, 2 hand sanitizers, 3 bottles of micellar water, and 4 tubes of toothpaste. This just cannot be real. It just cannot be real. And I do think with these restocking videos, you have to take them with a pinch of salt. Like I said, no one is actually restocking their guest bathroom to that extent every month. No one is having to put 4 tubes of toothpaste to replace what their friends used after they came to stay. No one can use that much toothpaste. So again, you cannot take this content at face value. Now we're gonna sidestep to another restocking genre, ice. As in, frozen water. It is a thing. So the crazy thing about ice restocking videos is how freaking popular there are and how many of them there are, because you would think that that's so niche and it's really speaking to a very small population of people, but it's not. Just look how many there are. 2.8 million likes. She's making ice. She's making ice. 92.4 thousand likes. 511,000 likes, 2.4 million likes. Making excessive amounts of ice is a big business, let me tell you. Weekly ice refill and restock. Oh my gosh, it's an undisclosed Bloom ad. Stop. So a while back, Kiki Chanel made a video about Bloom's powder and how there are so freaking many undisclosed Bloom ads out there, and once you know they're out there, you can't stop seeing them. And she was so right, because I didn't realize that this was going to be an undisclosed Bloom ad, but it is, because there's the Bloom's powder, and if we take a look, Bloom Nutrition is tagged, says Bloom Partner, that is not legally a disclosure. If you didn't know, anytime a brand sends you something in exchange for content, even if they don't pay you in cash, but if there is an understanding that they are going to send you something and in return you are going to be posting content, then you need to, not just like as a preference, but as a legal matter, you need to fully and clearly state that with hashtag ad, and it needs to be your first hashtag. You need to be transparent. You can't pull the wool over people's eyes and pretend like I just really love Bloom. I'm gonna be honest with you, I take greens powder when I am sick. It's gross, it's disgusting. Nobody just really likes greens powder, and people who say they do, are they okay? I don't know. And on that note, I don't think anyone wants greens powder ice cubes, do they? I mean, it tastes like grass. Truly, if I'm drinking greens powder, the aim is to chug it down like sambuca so that your mouth doesn't have a chance to realize what's happening. Anyway. So I understand that Americans really like ice. I get that, I do. I used to live with one. But I think this is a little bit out of touch with reality, like the sheer quantity of ice. Firstly, to have an entire drawer that's just filled with ice cube trays, because number one, who has space for that in their kitchen? And number two, imagine how much all of those ice cube trays cost when you add them all together. Most of us do not have the time to make, you know, 15, 16 different types of ice on a weekly basis. And most of us also don't have the freezer space for that many different types of ice. It's not a reflection of normal life. And again, I don't think that what we're seeing here is a window into this person's actual real life and real habits. I think it's fabricated. I think it's fabricated for the content and the business of selling ice cube trays, I guess. I mean, do you really think that this person would be spending all of this time and all of this money making all of this ice if it wasn't for the fact that then that content would get a lot of views on TikTok, which makes a lot of money in itself as long as they're part of the creator fund, and then brings in even more revenue by selling you all of the products that she is using? Like, seriously, if social media vanished tomorrow, no one could post anything about their lives online, do you seriously think that people would be making dozens of different kinds of aesthetic ice cubes and putting like 16 tubes of toothpaste in their guest bathrooms? I don't think they would. And again, like with every single one of these creators I've showed you, if I go to her profile, the first thing I see is the Amazon storefront. Oh my gosh, she's got so much linked on here. Errand essentials. Is a Stanley Cup an errand essential? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm getting sidetracked, sorry. I have a tendency to do that. But this kind of gives you a window into what's really going on, okay? So the content is an advert. It doesn't feel like an advert. It feels like you are just watching someone go about their day-to-day lives. Admittedly, a life in which there's a lot of ice, but nonetheless, it doesn't feel like you're being sold to, but you are. Okay, let's watch one more ice restock because it would be rude not to. Why is it always so aggressive? 2 whole drawers of ice. And look, I do get it, okay? These videos are very aesthetic. Some people find ASMR to be extremely relaxing. I am not one of those people. All of the different clickety-clackety noises make me want to peel off my skin. It's like nails on a chalkboard. I don't know why people like it, but I understand that some people do. And there's something nice about seeing that end result, right? It's all color-coded, everything's organized nicely, it's labeled, it's very appealing. It brings a sense of calm and order to a world that's full of chaos. And that's fine. It's fine to enjoy these videos, but it's important to remember what they are and why they exist. And the problem comes when people watch these kinds of videos, believe it to be true, believe it to be someone's real life, and then feel like they should go out and try and emulate this lifestyle or emulate these kinds of shopping habits. Because it's not normal to stock your guest bathroom with hundreds of pounds worth of products. And it's not normal to have dozens of different types of ice. You can enjoy and appreciate watching something while still recognizing that it is not real. Ultimately, the goals of these kinds of videos are to sell you on a lifestyle and convince you to buy things that you don't need. Just don't fall for it. Not good for your wallet, not good for your mental health to have all that clutter around, it's not good for the environment, it's just not good. But you guys who are here, you typically already know that. I'm preaching to the choir. I have just scratched the surface on the seemingly never-ending rabbit hole that is restocking videos. So if you'd like me to review any different types of restocking videos or do like a part 2 to this, let me know in the comment section. Please remember that you are enough just as you are. I love you so much and I will see you soon. Bye guys.